Hey, it's me, it's Jeff Ramos, and I'm doing something you may not be used to seeing me do. It's doing a video, a vlog, what do the kids call it these days? But I wanted to start doing these. It's just something I wanted to do for quite some time. I don't know what these are going to be, but this one is something specific. It's about this. A fidget cube. Yeah, I know it's the year 2020, but this year has been, to put it mildly, not great. And I've been trying to do things to keep me motivated and excited. One of them is, getting started making videos, talking to folks, and just trying to be helpful and put something really positive into the world. And so part of that is I'm learning things for myself. I'm learning things to help make this kind of stuff more interesting, and I get distracted pretty easily. I have two monitors, which you can't see here, but when I'm watching a YouTube video or tutorial or anything like that, I tend to have one on one screen and then something that I should not be paying attention to on the other screen, whether it's Twitter or anything else that will distract me and make me feel worse in this fun year that we are living in. And so because I'm so easily distracted, I need something to help hold my attention that is not something that will take me away from what I'm trying to learn. One of my cats is scratching at my door. Here's the offender. Bye-bye. And so when so much stuff is going on and you're trying to focus on one thing, it's hard to control what comes into your mind. And that's an important thing you need to do. You need to control the intake of stuff going into your brain. A lot of it you can control, and even if you're like me and you have a pretty curated Twitter list and maybe you mute and block a few words and a few accounts you don't want to see, there's still things you can't control seeing and taking in and absorbing and processing, and that's really difficult, especially if you're someone like me who has two monitors. And so this little cube of buttons and knobs and things to twist has been really helpful because it helps distract the other part of my brain that is not actively doing something. So if I'm watching a tutorial or I'm taking a course online or I'm just reading a story, every part of my brain that is not taking in information and trying to process it wants to do something, and that's usually scrolling on Twitter and clicking on stuff, and then I become distracted and I'm not paying attention to the lesson, the tutorial, or just whatever I'm trying to enjoy. So this little thing helps keep all that in check. I know it's such a small, unassuming little cube, but it does so much for me. It really helps me focus because it distracts every part of my brain that is not receiving information and then trying to process it. So what does this little cube actually do? You can see that there's a handful of little doodads all over it, all with varying degrees of distraction embedded into it. This first one here is sort of like a sliding joystick doodad, which is fine. Mine kind of makes this weird grindy noise, which I'm not in love with, but it's still a good one. There's this clicker, which is pretty loud. And that's good if you just kind of, you like that tactile feeling. I'll talk about this one. It's a little trackball guy. And then there's these three little knobs that sort of have little rotators that have different degrees of roughness. This last one's pretty rough, the middle one, and then a really light one, which is fun. There's these buttons, which I really like. Each one's a little different. So these ones on this edge are really soft. They're kind of mushy. Some people like that. Then there's these very clicky ones, which is also really fun. And the one in the middle is sort of just a happy medium. Then there is this little slider bit. So the whole point of it is you're supposed to just sort of glide your finger around it and kind of do a little bit of that. Apparently it's supposed to help you relax or whatever. I kind of wish it was a little bit deeper, sort of had a little bit of a glide to it, but it's still pretty nice. I do like it. My favorite one, which I would have never known before I started playing with this, is this little rotator. So you just kind of, I usually put my thumb on it and so I usually just have it in my hand, like, on my lap or something, and I'm just going at it with my thumb while I'm working on stuff. And I've come to really like that. I kind of, now that I have this one, I kind of want to get another one and just double it up because I'm a gamer. No, but I thought it'd be fun to have both. And I do like the size of this. It's really compact. It's something that, like, if I were traveling, when we can travel, whenever traveling becomes an option, this is like something that I would bring like on a train or I was gonna call it an air ride on an airplane. Sorry, I haven't done travel in so long. I forgot what the things are called. But this is something I definitely would pack into my carry-on and just kind of doodle with. Just kind of play around with if I'm watching a movie on the plane or listening to a podcast. It's really nice to have. Part of me sort of wishes it was a little bit bigger, but I think this is a good size. It does rattle a little bit, so maybe I'll put it down. But it's nice to have it. It seems like such a silly little thing in the grand scheme of things you need to relax and focus. But honestly, again, in this year, 2020, which is, depending on who you are, there's many things to make you distracted, upset, exhausted. Anything that can help bring you some clarity and control, why not use it? It's such a simple little device, and I know it's sort of well beyond its time to talk about it in the year 2020, but I think that's fine. Like, there's other things I've been doing to control my intake and what I can control, like working out, and trying to sleep at normal hours. But yeah, this is one little simple thing I can do to do that. I would say if you are looking to buy one, you could try Amazon. The reviews are mixed. So you can just look these folks up. It's from a company called Antsy Labs. I would just buy it directly from them. That's probably the best way you can make sure you get one. They have all sorts of weird styles and designs. Go figure it out. I'll put a link below. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, so that's a direct link to them. And I hope this little thing helps you, or if you do buy it, let me know if it helps in the comments, and let me know other things you've been to sort of just keep your focus tight and just distract the parts of your mind that probably need a little bit of distraction right now. Let me know what those are. I'd be curious to try some myself that don't necessarily involve me clicking a little black cube all the time. As much as I do like this, there might be other things I might need. There are other things that you might need. But thanks so much for watching this video. If it helps, let me know. Hit all the things, all the buttons, the bells, the whistles, the likes, the subscribes. I'm talking like I don't know how the internet works. You know I know how the internet works. But this is this new thing that I'm trying to do. Where this channel will go, I have no clue. I would like it to, like, all the good things in my life have been directed by how it's impacted other people, and that tends to help me influence what I want to do. So we'll see what happens when people watch this video, see if they like it, see if it helps them in any way. If not, I'll just go to doing weird stuff on the internet, because that always seems to work. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully there'll be more of these, and we'll do other fun stuff. Maybe I'll have a second one next video, and then we can just do two of them. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jeff Ramos. I'm from the internet.